RAIMEI HAKKE! Yeah!
Alrighty, welcome back to Universe X. We had to record back to back, but for algorithm purposes and not getting shafted on it, these videos are released separate. Yeah, if you guys like the opening rift, I just want to direct you to the homie Peso Pete's YouTube channel or SoundCloud. I'll put the links to both in the description, just because dude makes crazy cool nerdcore music and he has a bunch of cool beats about anime in general, but his One Piece songs are fire, as are pretty much all of his songs. But that being said, we are back for the second of 2 starter deck reveals, and I can't wait for them to do more, because I think there's 2 more starter decks past this. There's like the Warlords and the Worst Generation, I think.
Yeah, it's Crocodile and Kid are the 2 leaders. So the blue and the green. So yeah, it's gonna be. So I saw some blue cards today, and I was like, yeah, these fucking broken. Like these shits are snapped. Like
I'm saying, but we're gonna jump into that. I want to give the normal plugs, but a little faster this time, as we said in the last video. If you want a place to pre-order your stuff for One Piece, the starter decks, the Romance Dawn booster set, just visit PPG. We've got the link in the description. We got a whole bunch of links in the description. There might be too many damn links in the description, but you know what? It's worth it. So that's gonna be there. You can go over there and check out all the best deals. He's got great prices on these cases and whatnot. Past then, we are gonna try to work. We got something in the pipeline for some tournaments, you know, just some untapped tournaments to start things off, even before the game gets its actual release, so you can kind of get those wheels turning, kind of maybe establish even a little bit of a meta. We're not gonna let Japan just sit here and just show us our game, our meta landscape before we get it. No. We'll be playing it untapped. That's what the internet does. Past that, we have also, I just want to give a shout out to Huzzah Hobbies in Ashburn. If you live in Northern Virginia, they will also be holding this game. We'll be doing the super pre-release on the weekend, you know, that September 30th. And past that, before we dive into all these juicy cards, this amazing art, just wanted to say that I talk with my hands and I can't stop it. It's like Ricky Bobby, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Good,
but
I'm Italian, I'll be waving them around every time yeah.
If you guys like the content, go down there, like the video if you're excited for this One Piece game, share it to your friends if they want to see about this stuff. Oh my gosh, I forgot to give a shout out last video to Nami Piece TCG. We're gonna put a link in the description.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do like a little cut in the first video.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? By the time you're seeing this video, the cut will already be there.
It'll be there, yeah.
But shout outs to Nami Piece TCG. They are just doing a ridiculously good job translating these things.
They're doing the Lord's work, because
oh
without a translator, we'd be sitting here looking at pictures like, oh, I mean, Kaido looks cool. I don't know if he's good or not, but
I see a 5 there.
Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah.
So, yeah, shout outs. Please go visit that page, give it a follow, like every damn thing they post, because it's worth it. So with that out of the way, let's actually jump directly into the cards. This is what I'm most excited about, man. This is what I'm super excited about. You have got the Animal Kingdom Pirates. That's Kaido, the strongest creature. Like, I love the theme, I love the character. I have more to say, but if you don't read the manga, then I'm not trying to spoil nobody. So we are going to just hop right into it. First off, leader art. Dude, Luffy's entire body was in the picture. Kaido, this is just his chest, bro. His chest is
too big, yeah.
Massive. Pause, actually. Let's go over to let's go over. You can see the breakdown of the cards. Like the Luffy one, you know that they're gonna give you 2 of the ones that are pretty busted. So yeah, let's just kind of roll into it. The first card that is shown here is Kaido himself, the leader. Leader, 5 life, 5k power, 4 emperors, beast pirates. Activate main, Dawn, -7. So you have to put 7 of your energy from your energy pile, or from your Dawn pile, back to the Dawn deck. So this could potentially be really bad for you if you use it in the wrong time. This is a burn for game kind of situation, because 7 is no small number. That's 3.5 turns of you flipping resource. But you send up to one of your opponent's life to the trash. That's pretty hot. Essentially, that puts this guy, like, if you play Dragon Ball Super, that puts him in, like, Champa stage. Like, you never want to go down to 1 life versus Kaido. because Kaido will literally look at your blockers, and if you have none or you have blockers they can remove, Kaido will just -7, burn you down to 0, and just punch you in the face while you have no life left. So that's pretty ballin'. Like,
I'm like, this effect is scary on both players' sides because as the Kaido player, like you said, bro, -7 is like no small cost. Now, as we get into the deck, we're gonna see that the deck ramps. So like, okay, I can go to 7 quickly, but like, holy shit, that is like so much energy. But at the same time, uninteractable burn damage that sends it to the drop instead of the hand is so strong. I am like, this is a leader. I don't think we will know how good or bad it is on paper. This is only an effect we can feel how good it is in game, or maybe we'll feel that it's not that good in game. So like, this is super hard to evaluate on paper, but it's a really scary effect for both players.
I mean, Chesko's right. We don't know how good it'll be until we get to practice it. But I will let you know that unless you are Chesko in Swift, then if you sit down with me and I'm playing Kaido, you're gonna get your cheeks slapped. Like, it's just I've decided. I have decided.
Under Bagawa.
I mean, like, straight up. Like, I don't care what language you need it translated in. We got the Thunder Bagua, we got the RAIMEI HAKKE. You are catching it.
Yeah.
You are catching it full force. So, like, this leader looks pretty cool. Now, I'm going to move on to the next card. We've got Oda's ridiculous proportional win. This one is ulti. Beast Pirates, 4 cost, 5k power. When played, Doan -1. You may play up to 1 cost 4 or lower page 1 from your hand. Okay, counter 2k. So this is kind of cool. I mean, you can play, and like Chesko was saying, this is a ramp deck. So a lot of these cards seem to pull energy back to your Doan deck because you're gonna have extra Doan. But the cool thing is when you minus Doan, they don't have to be untapped from what the rulings say. So you can pay this thing with 4, but then just take one of the 4 you just used and play another body, which is kind of a lot of momentum. So we'll see how that works. Ulti is beautiful. Enough said.
She's actually one of my favorite characters from Wano. One of my favorite new characters that was introduced in Wano, I will say. Yeah, I mean, this card's very aggressive. So she's an attacker who plays an attacker. I mean, that's like, it obviously, again, everything has summoning sickness. So this is, you play this on turn 2 going second. And then on turn 3, you have 2 like attackers plus your leader. So it's like, this card seems pretty good. Not gonna lie, this just seems like a really solid card. Plus it's a counter, and when we see in Dragon Ball, right, like once you just start adding words to cards, every like extra word you add, the card just gets that much better.
Yeah, she's definitely strong. She's definitely strong. I feel Kaido's crew coming with it. The next card, speaking of Kaido's crew, we got Kaido in a ceremonial garb. But no, this card is a monster character. 9 cost, 10k power striker. 4 Emperors, Animal Kingdom Pirates. On play, Doan -5. You can KO one of your opponent's cost 7 or lower characters, and then this character gains a rush for the turn. I don't know what else to tell you, bro. Like, this is, I mean, so
that's a damage,
savage.
right? It's 10k, and it kills the blocker if they have one. I think this is a damage. Again, huge cost, but huge upside. Because you play it on turn 9. Well, not turn 9. You play it on 9 energy, and then you kill 5 of your energy. You're never playing like this back-to-back with itself, right? Huge cost, really strong effect. Kaido, again, scary. I'm afraid of this card. Like, this shit, that's it. Like, this is a fucking damage. You can play this card, and then if it survives, you pop their life with your leader, and then this deals the damage. I mean, fuck, that's 10k is huge. I mean, I don't feel like we're out comboing 10k very often.
Like, it's so big. Like, yeah. Pause. Look, the point is, Kaido is a monster. That's pretty much what we're going for. Let's move on to the next card. Next, we got King. I like the fact that King is masked up, because this just like kind of alludes to a future card where King is unmasked. But yeah, 6 cost, 7k power, special, because this dude pulls his head back and slams you with his nose like, I don't know. Beast Pirates, on play, Doan -1, K up to 1/4, cost or less. We love click and destroys. Like, spot removal in almost any game is just always going to be like King when it's that ready. So I dig this card.
Yeah, I do too. Again, I actually just think going second might be better in the game, because that extra energy is going to mean a lot. Because if I go second, I can play this on my 3rd turn. If I go first, I play this on my 4th turn. But either way, yeah, spot removal is great. This card's a great tempo card. It's a big attacker. 7K, I think, is going to be relatively large. Pause. And then, just, again, it kills the blocker, or it just, again, tempo-wise, like, I kill the card you play on turn 2, and you get no value out of it because it didn't attack. So, yeah, I think this card is extremely good, even for its pretty sizable cost.
Yeah. Moving on to the next one, we've got Queen. 5 cost, 6K power, strike, Beast Pirates, counter plus 1K, blocker, and then on top of that, it has another effect. I guess because these guys are so overcosted, even though you're ramping, they have like a plethora of effects on top of that. But on play, Don -1, draw 2, and discard 1 card from your hand. So that's actually pretty cool. Filter. Thinning is winning. In almost most card decks, or most card games, thinning is winning because even if you're not doing things with their cards like Digimon, you have more cards in your hand. That means you have more options for Digivolution. You have more lines of play. In Dragon Ball Super, you're just getting more cards, and that's more combo power, more lines of play, more options. And in this game, I don't think it's going to be any different. Like, you have more lines of play, you have more counter cards. And so, yeah, it's just going to be good to be able to filter through your deck and get rid of the cards you don't need to get to the cards you want.
Yeah, this card's broken. You want to know why I think this card is broken?
No.
How many cards have we read that say draw a card?
I mean,
none.
That's fair.
Literally 0. So far, there have been 0 cards that say draw 1. So the fact that this draws 1, I know you draw 2 and you discard. The fact that this +1s just means it's an amazing card. Like, there's almost no card draw in this game based off of what we've seen. Obviously, we're just talking about starter decks here. But off of what we've seen, 0 card draw exists in this game. So the fact that this guy draws a card is like, oh, this card's broken immediately. Like, yeah, card draw, you can't beat it, bro. Like, card draw is the most important thing in any card game. It's usually the strongest mechanic in every single card game. The fact that this has card draw and other cards don't just make this card better, you know? Oh, and also, yeah, cool. It's a blocker. It's an attacker and a blocker. Again, relatively high cost, but amazing effect on one of these battle cards.
No, you're right. And I was just thinking when you're talking about that, you know, it'd be a great like thematic sidebar from the do. They should release like spoiler art for an entire Shanks crew pirates, and then just proceed to never give us actual effects for like the next 2 years. So like just spoil the art on the site and then just never say anything about it again.
Yeah.
I think that would actually be like really, really clean and totally within like lore. Moving on.
You're gonna have to wait on Shanks. Like,
what does it do? I don't know, man. I don't know. None of us know.
We don't know either. We'll show you when we know. You'll.
Oh,
know.
You're right. I think he's got Conqueror's Haki. Yeah.
Maybe
something like that. You know,
he's got one arm and a sword. That's all we really know about Shanks right now.
He apparently rivaled Mihawk when he had 2 arms. Like,
yeah.
So, look, you got the next card. You got Sasaki. He's a 3 cost, 4K power shooter. Animal Kingdom Pirates on play, Don -1. You can draw 1 card. So this is actually like
broken
OG Majin Buu. He's got 1K counter. This is like actually 1-drop Majin Buu, except he costs 3.
Yeah.
So that sounded worse the longer I started talking about it. But this deck ramps, so
draw 1 card. Nuts. I don't care. Like the fact that these say draw 1. I'm the only. Again, so far we've seen very few cards. Luffy draws 0 cards per game. You know, he draws per turn, and that's it. 1 per turn. Kaido draws 2 cards per turn. In the starter deck meta, seems pretty good to me.
Burn you for 1 life?
Yeah.
Next we got Sheep's Head. Animal Kingdom Pirates Smile. He's a 2 cost, 4K power slasher, counter +1. Pretty vanilla, nothing else. I actually don't like looking at his face. It's kind of creepy. Let's move on.
Yeah, fair enough.
Then we got what? It says Sheep's Head, but isn't that Jack?
It's Jack, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, huh? But Animal King Pirates, 3 cost, 4K power striker. On play, you may discard 1 card from your hand, reveal 1 Don from your Don deck in active. That's pretty cool. And it comes in an active too.
We got objection.
Yeah.
We got objection.
Except it doesn't even neg you like objection.
Yeah, it's a neg-1 instead of a neg-2. It seems pretty good, right? I mean, assuming like objection was extremely good, if you put a body on it, okay, I would assume this card's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, this is actually really good. So
yeah.
So yeah, this is pretty strong. This is pretty strong. We're gonna move over to the next one, Jin Rummy. I just thought of the Boondocks because that was a great episode. But this is just 1 cost, 3k power, striker, smile. Yeah, just the Karoo. With another vicious glare. These are all cards that you just need to end your combo with on your opponent for a game, just to make sure they understand they were beat. You got Who's Who, very ugly. I know, 3 cost, 3 cost, 3k power slasher. Animal Kingdom Pirates on play, Don minus. It's a little too blurry for Nami Piece TCG to translate, but shout outs to them for translating everything else. KO up to one of your opponent's cost question mark or lower characters, and its trigger on play. You can play this card. So depending on what that threshold is, this could be a very, very, very busted card, or a very, very mid card, or maybe even like borderline unplayable. And I don't even really think it's going to be borderline playable because at minimum, it's a body. They swing on you, it triggers, it comes out. You know this can swing next turn. So it is what it is.
I would think this would say something like 2 or less or 3 or less. So we call it like chump killing, you know what I mean? Yeah. So for 0 mana, you get a body that chump kills. Seems fine. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with this. Again, the negging the Dawn might be the problem because if every card negs Dawn, then it's really hard for you to play your big Kaido or use your Kaido's leader ability. So like inevitably, you're just gonna have to pick and choose which cards are worth negging and which aren't. You know.
For real. Yo, they put the poneglyph filter on this card. Like, I can't see anything. Like, what is that? How did they even get this translation? I don't even think this effect is this effect. Like, I don't know what they did. Like, refine the picture. So next, you got Black Maria. And unfortunately, despite this actually being, like, kind of a boss character that had plays with both, like, Robin and Sanji, they just turned her into a blocker. So we're gonna just move over this one. She literally doesn't do anything. Next we got Page 1, and he actually does less. He is just counter 1. So I'm gonna skip over him. But the important part is he is brought out for free when you play ulti, and he's a 6k. That is that is a greasy ass beating.
you get 2 pretty big attackers on turn 2, or turn 3 rather.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. We got Trader X Drake, like freaking Marines, Animal Kingdom Pirates, counter +1. I'm not even mad that he doesn't do anything because I was waiting for him to do anything for a long time.
Bro, no one has betrayed more organizations than X Drake, bro. Like, you cannot help. He betrays every alliance he's in so far, bro. X Drake is a monster, dude.
X marks the spot, dude. Like, why would you even trust him? This man is at every cookout, every function.
Yeah, this dude's a monster, bro.
Yeah, we swapping. All-Star Disaster, okay? This card actually looks really cool. Jack looks a little ferocious right there. Animal King Pirates, this thing costs 4. It's an event. Main, draw 1 card, then reveal 1 Don from your Don deck and active. Trigger, activate this card's main effect. This card is snapped. This card
snapped in half.
Like, this might be the best card I've seen in this game so far. Like, just add, like, what objection plus cantrip? Like, what is this?
Yeah. Imagine this is like your turn 1 shield trigger. You're like, oh, okay, I win. Like,
can you
if
literally?
This is your turn 1 shield trigger. You on turn 2. You're on 4 energy and you drew 2 cards. It's crazy. You're on 5 energy actually. Yeah, if this is your turn 1 shield trigger, you're on 5 energy and you drew 2 cards. This card's cracked. If you can get it on top of your life, if you're that good or that lucky, the card's cracked.
Let me just sit here and swing with this 2K because I'm not gonna do anything with it, and I don't want you to pop it with your various popping effects and swing. Oh, All-Star Disaster. Let me just +1. Let me just go up on it. Oh, nah.
Yeah.
This card is nasty. We're gonna move over. We got Brachio Bomber. Animal King Pirates. This costs 6. Main, KO up to one of your opponent's 6 cost or lower characters. Then reveal 1 Don from your. These extra cards for Kaido are disgusting. I need 2 Kaido decks stat. Like, this is nasty. What is this? Trigger, reveal 1 Don. Okay, so you either ramp 1 if this gets triggered, or you just blow up something and still ramp that.
Yeah, it's good. Again, if this is your turn 1 trigger, you're like, oh, okay. And then you have it, and then you play it again, you spot remove and ramp. This card's crazy. I mean, this is a super good, like, these are the shield triggers that you're afraid to hit. Some of the Luffy shield triggers, like, to be fair, like, if I hit Usopp, I'm like, oh, okay, well, whatever, it's just Usopp. If I hit this, I'm like, oh, damn, that's really detrimental to me.
If I hit All-Star Disaster, I'm pissed. Like
also, his Astron super pissed. Yeah, it's so plus.
I'm calling Judge. Like,
yeah.
You got Bolo Breath. This next card, event 1 cost, 4 Emperor's Beast Pirates, counter, Don't -1, up to one of your leader cards or characters gains 4,000 power from this battle. That's actually very strong for a 1 cost, I feel like.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the Kaido deck feels like straight power cut from the Luffy deck. I mean, granted, the Luffy deck is gonna have Don't management like a mug. This one's gonna ramp Don't, but Luffy's deck is going to be able to just shift Don't from place to place. So who knows? But this deck, I mean, maybe it's also because I got Kaido Vision on. Like, I really am excited for Kaido over, like, anything. But it is what it is. Now, looking at this last card, though, we got Onigashima, and that is the stage 3 cost. Activate main, you may rest this card, and if your leader card is the Animal Kingdom Pirates trait, add 1 Don't from your Don't deck and rest.
This card's cracked. Nice. Yeah, this card's cracked. Imagine, so imagine a world, right? Where you can play this on turn 2 going first or going second. It doesn't matter, right? Imagine a world where you hit this, your opponent attacks your leader, and you flip All-Star Disaster. You're like, all right, I win, right? I mean, like, the ceiling on Kaido seems extremely high, if not just a little sacky. That's, again, we live in a world where shield triggers exist. It is what it is. The ceiling on Kaido just seems extremely high. I mean, this basically mitigates your neg 1s every turn, or you can just choose not to neg 1, and you're playing your 9-drop Kaido extremely early. So, yeah, this card's cracked, bro. This is a 4 of in the starter deck, luckily. So, like, I don't know.
And the thing that's kind of interesting for me, though, is that the crew trait seems to be the defining deck building mechanic, and that's going to make a lot of decks feel kind of cookie cutter. They're going to have to release a whole lot of cards that allow you to feel like you're making different decks within each crew. However, as weird as it is, because as a Dragon Ball player, I don't like archetypes. I wish it was more just good card.deck. But as a One Piece peruser right now, I'm actually kind of thankful for the crew trait, because if you could just start using Kaido ramp with any good purple cards, this could be a problem. But if they're all restricted to the Animal Kingdom Pirate, Beast Kingdom Pirates, Animal Kingdom Pirates, then that means that, like, we're gonna be looking at an entire crew that's never gonna have anything that costs less than 3. Never have anything that costs less than 4. Like, all of their characters are gonna be overcosted because they know you are flipping over this dumb crap. So at least that seems like a little balancing.
I think we'll get there eventually, right? Because, I mean, you know, you could just play the Kaido Elite. Because, so the way it works is your cards all have to be the same color as your leader. So if your leader is purple, you can only play purple cards in your deck. There's no dual color yet. Again, it's a card game. We'll get there eventually. And so, I mean, who's to say there's not, like, a purple rush deck that comes out and we can just put it in the Kaido leader who has ramp and burn? That seems like it's going to go really well in a rush deck. You know what I mean? So again, like, we'll see everything eventually, right? It's a card game. We'll have all these you said archetypes, but we'll have, like, all these things eventually, I think, you know?
No, I definitely get you. And I'm digging it. So, yeah, that is actually all the Kaido cards. I had fun. I had definite amounts of fun doing this. And what are your thoughts? Like, I mean, I feel like, honestly, this starter deck was a lot more hype going through than the Straw Hats. But then again, it's hard to tell.
On paper, Kaido seems scarier. And like I said, like, the ceiling for Kaido is so high because I can attack your leader and you can get All-Star, and then you can play this, and all of a sudden you have double the energy that I do. And so it's very scary. And then Kaido's, like, his leader effect is, again, very scary. 9-drop is super good in my opinion. The King and the Queen cards are just insanely strong, even though they're very high costed. Whereas the Luffy cards are, like, lower costed, and then they work together to make them stronger. So again, thematically, very good, because Kaido cards are, like, destructive, and they're these big monsters that attack really hard. And then the crew, the Straw Hat crew, is all working together to accomplish bigger goals. Thematically, this is 10 out of 10. I think so far they're doing a great job. See me on Untapped, dog. That's gonna be, like, one of our next videos. We're gonna We're gonna custom load these cards into Untap, and we're gonna see what's up, bro. We're gonna see what's going on.
I definitely dig it, and we've got 2 more starter decks. I'm gonna see, depending on who I can get, we might spread the love around the upcoming One Piece community. See if we can get some guests on here. But this is great. This is a great set so far, or a great start so far. The art looks amazing. For some reason, Jack is not drawn in any sort of manga form. He straight up looks like he's an anime cutout. I don't know what the shift was in that, but it is what it is. It looks like they'll go back and forth, but I really do like those manga style cards, and I can't wait to see what they like foil.
Yeah, because like Black Maria is also an anime. I don't know, whatever. I guess they have the license for both, right? There's no reason they couldn't just switch back and forth.
Correct. And yeah, when it comes to the themes just being thematic, that's one of the things that Bandai like does like over anything. Like Jiren doesn't trust anybody, so Jiren has an entire deck that's just a bunch of Jirens. Like you literally have Kale and Caulifla often needing each other on the board to have Kale's effects work best. So you just have all these cool little thematic things, and I don't think One Piece will be any different. So we should be in for some treats.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, so like the theming in set 1 of Dragon Ball was 10 out of 10. Over time, they've had to like sacrifice the theming just to make game mechanics make sense, because like not every character is going to have a game mechanic that's on theme. But like in set 1, like every leader had like the perfect theming to it. It was so amazing. And I mean, right now they're doing the same thing with One Piece. Like the card theming is just like it's something I kind of miss in Dragon Ball. It's super cool though.
It's kind of weird because like I will say, if you look hard enough, it is there. Like I don't want to get off on the super hard tangent, but you just look at Realm of the Gods, right? Ultra Instinct, when you first use it, had a super time limit. So what does UI Goku do in Realm of the Gods? It mills itself. You only have a finite amount of time to be that powerful. And then you've got Champa and Beerus, who aren't supposed to actually get into the fights, which is why they play battle cards out and the battle cards fight each other. So they still try to get up in there, but it's definitely something cool, because when you have I guess some stake in the actual source material, it just means so much more. Like seeing the Straw Hats work together to become powerful, seeing Kaido just be a bunch of monsters that like just rev up and go, and it's awesome to see.
Yeah, I agree. No, I'm super hyped. Yeah, Kaido got me way more hyped than Luffy. You're right. Reading Luffy, I was like, oh, this is okay. Reading Kaido, I'm like, yo, I can't wait to play Kaido. Kaido's so sick.
For real. What if they make dual color cards? Like, actually, think about it this way. Hear me out. What if they release Kaido and Big Mom? Like, that could be dual color. They could have some dual color cards. What if they make a Yamato card, but Yamato is like red purple?
Oh, that's
like,
so
think about that. Okay. Like, that would be tight. That'd be tight.
That would be tight. I agree. I think the Yamato card revealed is actually green. So, funnily enough, I don't know. We'll see.
We're not making set 1 dual color cards. Like,
we'll see.
It's not the Bandai way.
No. We'll get there eventually. Like you said, like we got nothing but time. I mean, One Piece, we got nothing but time. We're gonna see it all eventually, and we're gonna have, plenty of solid characters, plenty of solid decks. Chris, see me on Untap, bro. We're gonna load these cards up as soon as we can. I hope someone else does it for us, but if not, we'll do it ourselves, and we'll make it happen.
Sweet. Well, yeah. I just wanted to thank you guys one more time. Thanks, chat, for Jesco just being on here. Thanks for hitting me up and being like, yo, because I was half dead on the way home, and then he was like, yo, these decks were uploaded, and I was like, nani? And then I checked it, and I was like, all right, I'm awake now. Let me eat, and let's get on. So this is just really, really exciting. Shout outs to everybody that's doing stuff in the community. Shout outs one more time to Nami Peace TCG, doing the Lord's work, like he said. You got the Hill Twins cooking up a really large group. You got a couple other groups going up. It's just about to be a community coming right out the gate, so I'm excited. Absolutely, yeah. And again, Chris, thanks for having me on, bro. Always a pleasure. 100%. Hopefully, we see more of us soon. Yep. And you guys have a great day, and I'll see you the next time Sad Join Universe X. Later. Raise it up when I do magic, my right hand. Keep a couple cuts of cabbage, I've been lit. Nothing ever like you has been. I ran enough for certain, was established. I read the Poneglyphs, I've been autonomous. Learned a lot posting this, but with anonymous. Felt different, was a different person, but now I evolved. Took all my burdens and knocked them off. Finding Nemo, that take in and drop them off. I was rolling up nothing but fucking off. It ain't nothing for pleasure to cut you off. I ain't never need no one to be involved. How she raw me that bitch, I just gave a love. You got gas, but you trash when you saving songs. I bet you saving a bitch too. Yeah! I'm in my city, the streets with me. 305, I got the heat with me. My getting super the beast with me. Damn! I bet y'all go the streets know me. Where I be popping your
bitch know me. Pop up my sock, got that grip on me.